Now, flights across the country are feeling the ripple effect of that northeast blizzard, including right here in central Texas. More than a dozen of the 7,500 canceled flights are indeed affecting Austinites this morning. Alicia Inns is live at ABIA with an update on those cancellations for us. Alicia.
Hey, good morning. If you're just waking up with us and you or someone you know, maybe a family member, is flying out of ABIA today, the biggest piece of advice from us and airport officials is to check with your airline and make sure that your flight is not canceled. It'd be a bummer to come here and figure out that your flight is now canceled and have to make other arrangements. But again, also check with connecting flights. That's a big thing too, because that could be delayed, canceled as well. Right now, we're sitting at about 15 flights that are affected out of ABIA because of that storm in the northeast. Also, I did call around to a dozen or so hotels near the airport and in the downtown Austin area yesterday to find out if they still have rooms available and today and tomorrow, and they do actually. There are still quite a few available for those that need a place to stay before rescheduling a flight, but they do recommend calling ahead of time if you know that your flight is canceled, to make sure that there still is space at these hotels. And I've actually been talking to a lot of passengers here this morning who tell me, you know what, they're avoiding the area. They are not going over to the East Coast area at all. But I did find one man on his way over, has a connecting flight, and he's not too happy.
I've had this flight, I guess, planned for almost 3 weeks now in business travel, and it's just, I'm very concerned about getting there on time.
Not much you can do when Mother Nature takes over, that's for sure. Now, American Airlines is offering options for ticketed passengers flying to the East Coast, including areas in Baltimore, Boston, New York, Newark, Philadelphia, and Washington, D.C. So if you're scheduled to fly in or out of those airports today, American will waive the ticket reissue charge for one ticket change. And then Dallas-based Southwest Airlines, they're also making some changes. Passengers can reschedule flights to those destinations and much more on this list, just because there's a lot of places that are very affected by this. I also did talk to local travel agents yesterday. They told me it's really up to the airline and whether or not they help you, give you money, give you a voucher, help pay for a hotel if your flight was canceled. It's really very dependent on which airline you have if they help out with that. One of the things they do say is this is cause for a reminder to get trip insurance, just because this is something that could come up. You never know when Mother Nature is going to strike. So again, check ahead if you're heading out to the airport this morning.